Hello everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today I decided to cover USD versus Japanese yen. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil, Bitcoin versus US dollar and dollar index. I will start with the USD versus Japanese yen. First, what we have here is the 4-hour time frame and the candle chart, and we can see here that we have a very important level around 146.40, which is the area of the previous swing highs in this time frame, and we also have the rising trend line in the background. So we can see here that market is kind of very close to this, and this will be the critical pivot point. So the short-term trend is to the upside. We have the supports around 146.50, 146.30. So one of the scenarios, and probably most likely scenario at this point, is that the market can regain power to the upside and eventually retake 148.45 or 148.50. There is a chance for another upside leg and another upside swing. And upside objectives here at this point are set. I will say this is also a very important pivot in 149. Definitely the potential for that area to be on the test, and then the next one is around 151.45. Since the uptrend is intact in the last couple of days, and actually in the last few weeks, I will give the upside scenario like its primary, and the alternative scenario is if the market can trade lower below the 145.95, and then if market can hold on the rally and contract, so there will be then chance for downside movement towards the 144.40 or 143.60 mark. Now, speaking of the gold market, nothing really changed since my previous update. We can still see here that supply is in control at this point. This might be the ABC completion, and if that's true, so there is a potential for another downside leg, an eventual retake and retest of the 2000 mark, which is this previous swing low on the 4-hour time frame. And then if there is even bigger power, then there will be a chance for the retest of the 1978. Now, if there will be a stronger upside movement and break of 2055, I will say this area is very important to observe, because it will be some bigger upside move and then hold above. Then there will be a chance for the 2089 to be on the test. In the background, we can see also here that we have a bigger rejection and strong tail, and there was this test of this tail at this point. So from my perspective, the downside scenario is most likely, but this upside movement and this upside scenario is like alternative one. Crude oil is still in consolidation. We still have the important pivot levels around 75.15, 75.20, and 76 mark. So at this point, the upside scenario will, and confirmation for the upside will be if we can trade above 76 and hold above. That will open the door for potential test of 78.70 or even 79.70 mark. But from the other side, if we see rejection, and then if market can hold on the rally and contract, there is a chance for 72.40 to be again on the test, or even full downside movement towards the low of this consolidation around 70.50 mark. Now, speaking of the Bitcoin versus US dollar, the things are progressing pretty well since our previous update. So market is finally taking this key support zone, and 40,000 mark, 40,200. Finally taking this support, and I alerted about this possibility like a most likely scenario yesterday, and it's pretty much resolving. So we had this contraction, we had another contraction here prior to this downside move, and so far supply is in control. So at this point we can have some projection for the downside movement. So I will say we have a whole area around 34,000. So this is this area here, and that's a very likely objective for the downside movement at this point. So this whole area around 35, 33 and 33,000 mark, that's the the downside objective of this for this scenario. If we'll see some bigger reversal, if market retake 42,000 and so and hold above, then there is a chance for the further retest of the 44,900 or 45,000. But this scenario is like alternative, and primary scenario so far is for the Bitcoin to develop downside. And the dollar index is still around the key. This is also 4-hour time frame. It's also near the key important level. This is a tail from this big supply bar, and this whole movement downside might be corrective, and if that's true, so then there is another potential rally towards 103.70 or even towards 104 mark. Only if we can see like a further downside move into the consolidation and hold below, there is a chance for the 102.10 to be on the test. That will be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good trading day. Trade safe and speak to you from tomorrow morning.